think it's just the three of us.
That's what it looks like.
Right now. That's fine. That's fine.
Carl,
you guys, okay, I've got a list of things. Have you guys got anything that you want to talk about terms of?
I'm going to tell you just before anybody logs on, we got an email today from the KOA in Hinton, Alberta.
Okay.
So they've asked if we're interested working there. They looked at our job on Work Campers. So that actually works, that workcampers.com. We had our resume out there and they contacted us.
Oh, good to know.
Yes.
Who is it that's running Work Campers now? Do you know?
Darn good question. I can look it up.
It's not Jamie Hall, is it?
Not sure. I'm going to look it up on my phone.
She was involved with it at one time. Because I'm thinking that's good to know that you got contacted, because I'm thinking whoever's running Work Campers, I might see if I can do an interview.
You know, that would be awesome, because I think people see, one, that there's a fee, but it's so worth it to pay for the gold membership. And I mean, the dashboard is very user-friendly. So when you go to set up your resume, it's very user-friendly. And, I can speak for myself that it actually works because they did contact us. We hadn't contacted them. The other thing, too, that comes with that membership, and listen to me, sound like I work.
No, good. No, this is good.
The other thing about that membership is you get to put an ad in their magazine. That's so 6 times a year, and the ad is free. It's part of your membership.
As someone searching for work, you can put an ad in there?
Yep.
Okay. I used to belong to it years ago, but I haven't needed it. So I haven't done it. But they used to, I don't know if you're familiar with affiliate programs or not. They used to have an affiliate program that I belonged to, but they've canceled it.
Okay.
And you know what affiliate programming is?
Yeah.
Where you get a commission.
Yes.
If you promote their business, you get
I want to pay you.
But they've canceled their affiliate program, so no, I think it's a really good service. I really do.
Yeah. Okay.
So when did you put your listing in?
Well, we haven't actually put an ad. It's funny. Carl and I were just talking about it yesterday. Well, maybe we should run an ad because we're getting kind of close here. And I know February is when they really start doing their interviews for the summer jobs. Tell that because I've gotten a million emails. Of course, nowhere for where we want to go.
Of
course.
But when did you register with Work Camper?
December. Okay,
so that's fairly quick.
Yes, and we've applied for numerous jobs and gotten responses. But I was curious, well, does anybody really look at our
exactly.
And they do. These employers go on there, and so they'll look and see who wants to work in California or Alberta or what have you.
It'd be interesting to know how many employers in Canada there are versus how many Canadians are registered.
Ooh, well, that's maybe they would be able to tell us that in the interview.
Yeah.
If you gave them a little bit of before, if they're willing to do the interview, and two, if they do it, maybe you could give them a list of questions and some of the information that we are curious about. You know what?
I just remember I got an email from somebody from Work Camp. I'll get a hold of them. I have his email address.
Well, you know what was neat is because KOA has their own program.
Right.
Again, you have to pay a membership fee to see their work camp jobs. So but this was a KOA that contacted us. So they're using that as well. And I'm not a membership I don't have the work camper membership for KOA.
No? Oh, okay. So
it's nice to know that they are using other avenues, not just their own.
Well, they probably have to, because how many Canadians are actually registered right? And Hinton, Alberta is, how many people want to go to Hinton?
Well,
I like the area. It's beautiful.
I've never been.
It's fine.
But I see glacier, the word glacier pop up a lot, and I'm like, oh boy.
A nice golf course 2 miles down the road.
Yeah, actually, Hinton's not bad.
Is there a question about? Is there anything special with the medical by working in Alberta? Is there something else has to be done, or we just have our medical, we go work there?
No, our home base is BC, Carl. Remember?
But I mean, is there something different that we're gonna have to get?
No.
No.
How long are you going to be in Alberta?
Could be
well,
6 months.
It probably would be from May to October.
5.
June, July, August, September.
May,
October.
September.
But you're only there as temporary workers.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right?
That we're leaving.
Your home base is in BC.
Correct.
Now, the one thing that you have to be careful on, are you going to have to pay tax?
Yeah,
on
I'm
your
sure. On
okay. Okay, the problem arises if you out of the province longer than 6 months. Now, Alberta is considered out of the province.
Yes.
And if you decide to go down south next winter, right? You may run into difficulty. Okay. Think about that.
Yeah, stay
I
in
never
BC.
thought about that because I was just right. I was thinking 6 months out of Canada, not necessarily.
I know, and that's where most people make the mistake. It's out of the province. Now, what you can do is contact MSP and get an extension, but you can only get a 2-year extension every 5 years.
Correct.
So you don't want to waste it.
Right.
Right?
Yes, but I also know too that this is an opportunity, even though it's not the place we want to go, that we may just, I'm thinking we shouldn't skip because one, it is hard to get into the KOAs. Plus, when I go look, this is a full service KOA that has their pavilion and they do the food.
Everything.
So the experience we would gain, I think, outweighs and then maybe next year when we come back, we can get into a BC KOA.
Right.
We have been talking with the lady in Sicamous.
Okay.
Ever since she asked what we required, we haven't heard from her.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm wondering what's an appropriate time to.
How long ago were you speaking with her?
It's now been a good 2 weeks, maybe 3.
Well, you know what? It would be fair, and it's more than fair, to contact her and just say you've been given another opportunity, and you're having to make a decision within a certain length of time, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And just wonder if there is, if she's considering you, or should you guys be discussing it? I mean, don't forget, you're interviewing her too.
Thank you. I'm glad that you said that because we are.
Yes, you have to make sure that I'm looking outside. My next door neighbor that is shoveling my driveway.
Nice.
Well, it's just where the snowplow went by. No, yeah. I'll have to go out and thank him later.
Making cookies.
But getting back to this, the job has to suit you guys. Just because it's a campground job doesn't mean it's the right one for you.
That's a very good point. You're
right?
And there has been some others that we've looked at and that we've been approached and we've just said that's not the place for us.
And I think that's where people run into mistakes or run into problems because they grab whatever they can, and then when they get there, they're faced with the reality.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
And I think it's really important that it's upfront, and if you can get it in writing, what are your expectations of me? And okay, then now I know exactly what you expect of me. And is this something I want to do?
Right.
Right?
Well, the other thing too is, just because we have it's funny, I'm trying to stay closer to trail just because this year our daughter gets married.
Yeah.
And Alberta is almost 12 hours away from trail.
Yes.
So
it can be isolated up there.
Yeah. Right.
Because it's not easily accessible from everywhere.
Right. And now you've brought up a good point too, that technically we're out of province.
That's my question. Yeah, that's
good job, honey.
Well, you gotta wonder, right?
Well, these are things that people don't think about. And especially, you're going to be earning a wage, so you're registering, you're going to be paying income tax.
Yes.
So now my husband works in Alberta, but he lives in BC, right? He goes back and forth. We don't have to worry about the time frame.
You don't?
No. Don't ask me why. I have no idea.
So if we jump back into BC for a weekend, is that a fun line? How do they know?
Well, the only way they would know is who's going to check?
We go to file taxes.
Exactly. That's the only way.
It's going to be hard to find somebody to pay you under the table.
I'm recording this.
That's what I said. It's hard to find somebody that would be willing to do that.
Yes. What I would do before I committed to anything, I would phone MSP.
You're right.
And tell them that, the problem is you're going to go down south, right?
Yes.
Next winter?
That is
you're going to be out of the province. Now, verify it. Now, would have to go onto MSP's website. You want to find out whether it's 365 days or is it from January 1st to December 31st?
I believe that it starts your first time you leave.
Okay, but just verify that.
Yes.
I've got it on my website, but I'd have to look. But what I would do is phone MSP and tell them that you're a temporary worker out of the province. You come home on the weekends.
Right.
And does that affect your medical?
Okay.
Because you're only there pretty much while you're working, right?
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
So that would be something that you could ask them about, because, you look in Alberta, specifically up in the oil sands, there's thousands of people from all over the country that work up there.
That's right.
But their homes are elsewhere.
Right. And Carl is actually staying on title of the house with Michael.
Perfect.
Right.
But it's not so much that,
but
it's where you are physically.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
So I would just, you still have your home in Trail. You're still registered there. Yeah. As for all intents and purposes, that's your home base.
Right.
So the fact that you're working in Alberta temporary should not affect you.
Yeah.
It shouldn't.
Okay, well, I'll make that call and.
I know. Stay in BC, right?
Yeah. If it's going to create problems for you, why do it?
Yeah.
I have a question about life insurance.
Yeah.
It's funny because while we were doing the budget, your budget worksheet that you have.
Yeah.
And everybody needs to do that before they go out. Because you think, even though you don't have a mortgage and you're paying house taxes or things like that, you'd be surprised what you still do pay for and how much.
I know, it's a shock.
To live on. We were in absolute shock.
I know, most people are.
Yeah, because Carl said, well, how's it look? I said, we look awesome on paper. That's it. We have to work.
Sometimes it's better not to write it down.
But what's funny is we were looking at what we pay a premium for life insurance.
Yeah.
And then it dawned on us, wait a minute, we don't need that much coverage anymore.
Right.
So I'm wondering if other people have thought about that, right? Because everything is paid off. Now, if you still say you need to have enough life insurance to pay out your bills if you were to die.
Exactly. We no longer have life insurance.
Okay.
Okay. But that's our personal thing because both of us are at an age where we can't afford life insurance anymore.
Well, that's the thing is, we're getting that age. It's starting to get quite costly.
Yeah.
And it still thinks we smoke.
Oh, we don't smoke. So
we don't.
This was years and years ago.
Oh, and they still?
We can't change it because Carl has Crohn's disease. So
okay.
Like reapplying and he will be disqualified.
Yep. Yeah. I know. We went through all that too. When we got life insurance for the sole purpose that we had a mortgage. Okay. And it was cheaper to have life insurance that would allow the other spouse to pay off the mortgage than get mortgage insurance.
Right.
Then we got, I think, my husband's 65. And when he turned 65, we went from $100 a month to $500 a month, and we just canceled it. But all those years prior to that time when we were paying our life insurance, I mean, at the end of the day, it's all gone.
Yes,
like
that's right. The only thing that we need to really pay for, which is actually just, I see somebody else logged in. Hello.
Yeah. RV Travel Buddy, jump upon the seat if you want. We'd love to have you join us. Okay, carry on.
What I noticed, and this is on your website, so as far as life insurance, the only thing we have to really worry about paying would be obviously funeral expenses. So I see, you can do a pre-funeral plan. And I noticed that you had a link on your page for Barb Hauser.
Yes. Yeah.
I used to work with Barb. I worked
because when I was doing the article for RV West, they asked me to do some research on that because people think that they're insured for different things. And Barb, because I write for RV West out of Cranbrook, and Barb was a contact. So I talked to her. But you're talking about life insurance. Now, have you read my article with RV West?
No, I haven't.
Okay. I think I might even have a link to it on my website. Whoever RV Travel Buddy is, feel free to talk. I can't see your picture. Anyway, what it is, if you have, I haven't done this. We haven't done it. We're not as organized as I'd like to tell everybody else to be. Seriously, don't do as I do. Just do as I say. Your life insurance, if you have, I just went through this with my parents. If you do a pre-plan with a funeral home,
yes,
okay, then you arrange, say, when you're traveling, you arrange travel insurance. Make sure you have a death segment in your travel insurance that is coordinated with the funeral home.
Okay, that's more to get your body home, right?
Because most people don't realize your travel insurance does not cover you or your spouse or whoever you're traveling with if you die while you're away.
Right. Unless
you have that included in your travel insurance, then, but in order to get that, you have to have got a plan with a funeral home. Okay? Before you can get that type of insurance.
Okay.
Now you could double check with Barb Hauser. She was very helpful when I spoke with her. But most people who get their travel insurance and they go off, jaunt on their trip, and then one or the other or somebody dies, they automatically think, oh, somebody is going to look after it. Well, they're not.
They're not.
You're there. You have to do it. If you have a policy that's included in the event of death and it's worked in with your funeral home, then what a morbid subject. But anyway, all you have to do is make a phone call.
Right.
And whoever the surviving spouse is, they just make a phone call and everything's taken care of.
Have you ever thought about maybe having her come on as well and maybe...
You know what? That's a good idea.
Because as much as we don't like to think about our mortality, it's still something you need to prepare for. And like you said, a lot of people may not know when they buy this travel insurance. And that is something that I believe that is they include. I think actually they have a travel plan when you go through Purple Shield. They include something and then you're like, say if you die, then your body would be shipped back.
Right. But actually I'll phone Barb. I'll set something up. Or you can, or whatever. It doesn't matter. I believe in order to have the life insurance part of the policy, you actually have to have something set in place with a funeral home, I think.
I believe that you're right on that.
Yeah.
They coincide together. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But that surprised me. I never even thought about it until RV West asked me to look into it. And when I spoke to Barb, and she said, "Oh no, you have to have a life insurance policy." So, getting back, you were talking about life insurance in terms of budget, right?
Yes, because the premium that we pay now would truly cover our internet and our cell costs right now.
Is it worth it?
You're right. When you said you don't have it, I guess the only thing we need to worry about is the only reason we'd have it then is to give to the kids as an inheritance.
You know what? I'd rather pay for internet.
Right? Yes. So that is, I might be able to take that one right off the budget sheet.
We did. We have, we don't have a huge.
Don't have any bills. Right? I mean, obviously, like if you still owed money on your motor home or something like that, you'd want probably some type of life insurance. Oh, she's stuck. Is she stuck on yours, Carl?
Resource.
Yeah.
What?
I'm giving you some claps.
Oh, thank you. I'm not sure what's happening with Travel Buddy.
No, there's just us now.
She'll come back in.
Yeah, see, something to think about going to Alberta, huh?
She's back. What happened to you?
I have no idea. All of a sudden, it just died.
Is it still snowing where you're at?
No, I got a halfway blue sky.
Okay, that's not bad.
But I had to I had to shovel 3 inches this morning at 7 o'clock. So,
Jeez.
Oh well. Yeah, getting back to like budget with life insurance and that, I guess it comes down to whether you think you need it.
Right.
I mean, to be very honest with you, it would make my life a hell of a lot better if something happened to my husband or something to me. Our lives would be a heck of a lot better if there was a life insurance policy, but it's not worth it to us.
Right. Yeah. And for us,
we even lower it.
We're taken care of through our retirement planning is what I mean. Yeah.
Hi, Tommy. There's an open seat if you want to jump on. I'm not sure what happened to the other RVer.
He was having trouble getting on, but he's still there.
He might not have his camera on.
Oh.
Is he still there?
He's just lurking.
Oh, you're just lurking. Okay, you're allowed to lurk.
Have any topics or anything, questions that you want to ask, Tommy?
Yeah, if you have any questions, please just type it in and we'll try and address it. But getting back to actually 2 things, though. The budget, we're talking about budget. And I guess what it comes down to is if the life insurance or anything like that is worth it, or is that going to impede your travel?
Right.
And like when we only had to pay $100 a month for our life insurance, and mind you, we were bringing in a wage then too, we determined that it was worth it. Right. But when we got to the age where it was bare minimum, like was $500 a month. Well, even if we're working, $500 a month isn't worth it.
No, it's not.
Not to us.
Now we'll have to start paying for our own medical.
See,
once Carl retires. So really, that's where we need to focus those funds.
That's better than, yeah, I think that's more important.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And, when you're traveling, you're going to need travel insurance as well.
Yes. Well, now we're going to have to change it, but we do that anyway because we travel down to my mother's home so much in the States. So do
you get it by the year?
Yes, we do actually. And it's way
Smart.
cheaper for the year.
Yeah.
And it's only good for 16 days out though, at a time.
Well, that's why we'll have to change it once we're full time.
So you can adjust it, right?
Yeah.
And pay the balance. Yeah. RV Travel Buddy is back. Jump on, but talk this time.
Did you turn your camera? Maybe you just turned his camera and microphone on.
Yeah. Yeah. Talking about being, in a shock when you do start figuring out that budget thing that I have. When you start actually sitting down and figuring out what it's going to cost you to full time, it doesn't have to be that much cheaper. It might not be that much cheaper than actually living in a house.
Well, I do. Yeah. Well, I guess what it is? It's what you require. What do you require to live? I mean, of course, you're still going to have a grocery budget. That's not going to change because we're in a motorhome.
Exactly.
But I think you need to be I think it'd be easier to eat out.
We're going to earn a wage.
Motorhome, so we have to be disciplined.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What's that, Carl?
We're going to earn money. We're going to earn a wage. That's our plan. I'm not.
Absolutely.
Just to sit back. But then again, like I said, she's going to take a course to sustain us too. So we're always planning on working.
And you know what? That's where we are too. My husband probably. Hi.
Hi there. How are you?
Good. My name's Carol Ann. This is Kelly and Carl.
Nice to meet you. I keep seeing your invitation, so I thought I'd finally come and visit you.
Glad to have you aboard. Where are you from?
I'm actually from Washington in the United States.
You're just south of us then.
Oh, okay.
We're all of us are in BC, and I think I see Angela on. She was on last week, and I think she's in southern United States. Is that right, Angela? I just saw her sign on. So, are you a full timer?
Yes, we are. I'm the owner of RV Travel Buddy and RV Talk Radio.
Oh, okay. Good.
I had to use my mic stuff here. So this is kind of an overkill.
Hey, whatever works. That's fine. I have to use a headset because my microphone is broken on my computer. So
it was nice to meet you folks.
Yeah.
You too. We're just talking about budgeting for full-time RVing.
Oh, gotcha.
And we're talking about some of the expenses. One of them is life insurance and our medical. Up here, I don't know, Carl, are you going to have a medical through your ex-employer or anything like that? Can you carry it through?
Yes, but we have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'm Carl's wife. I'm just in a different location at the moment.
Oh, okay. So you two are together, eh?
We are. So
they are.
Yes,
they are actually.
All it takes is about 5 minutes for me to talk to somebody from British Columbia, and before you know it, I'm saying A.
Oh, hey, I'm American, and I've never picked that up.
I'm Canadian, and I don't say it.
No, I still say, huh?
Yeah, I say that too.
But yeah, we're just rolling over. If we kept his pension with Tech, they would pay our medical.
Right.
But we're not doing that actually. We've got our own investment guy, so but we can roll over and we'll pay the premiums.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we pay our premiums, and through the union, we get our benefits, extended benefits for a year and a half after he leaves his employment.
That's it?
That's it.
You cannot roll over?
We can, but we're going to have to pay for it.
Oh, yeah.
So what the bill is going to be, I'm not sure. So right now, I don't know if we pay our premiums right now. My husband works in Alberta, and his employer is in Alberta, so it's Blue Cross, but we don't have Blue Cross. We pay MSP in BC. So, and it just went up. I just paid the bill. I forget where it is. I think I paid $140 now every month.
Yes. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. 140 or something. Yeah.
But there's a sore spot. No British Columbians want to talk about MSP. We're the only province that we pay for that.
When I worked, when I had a boss, when I wasn't self-employed, I never had to pay for it. My employer always paid the premiums.
Yeah, Corey didn't even know because he's worked at Tech since he was 17 years old. And he goes, "What? I don't have to pay MSP." I said, "Oh, yeah, you will." But it's always been paid for him.
Yeah, see, Tech would pay for your premiums.
What are, just curious, what's your first name? Sorry? Tommy.
Tommy?
Is that, no, what's your, yes.
Oh, Rob Scribner.
Rob, okay.
Sorry for interrupting, but I get your emails all the time, Rob.
I guess that's good.
I'm on your mail out list.
Yeah, it's all automated, so I have no idea who's getting our stuff.
Yeah.
So when you said that you have a radio show, where is this online or is it?
It's a podcast that's through iTunes.
Yeah.
And we also make a video version of it every Monday. So if you don't follow podcasts and you don't use it on your cell phone, you can just go to our channel and we make a video version of it too. So it's an hour show every Monday.
And
what time?
It doesn't matter what time you show up. We launch it. We usually tape it the day before or day or two before, and it launches like 5 o'clock in the morning for people on Monday morning. And you can. What's nice about it is you can take all week to listen to it if you like.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
What kind of topics do you guys discuss?
Oh, all kinds of stuff. Sometimes we do interviews with other full-timers, or we'll talk about our experiences with RV Travel Quest, which is my wife, Sherry, and I. It changes all the time. It just depends what's happening and what people we've talked to, and stuff like that. So it's always something new.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, I'm on your mail out list.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
How many subscribers?
Depends on if it comes to the radio show, it depends if you follow a podcast correctly through like iTunes. You can use your cell phone and then actually just put in RV Talk Radio and subscribe. Or if you just don't want to mess with that stuff, just go to our YouTube at RV Travel Buddy, and we have a category for the for the radio show.
Yeah, no, we like to use we're techies. We like our iPad and iPhone.
Me too.
Yeah.
Okay. You also send out a newsletter or something too, don't you, Rob?
Yeah, any of our sites, anytime we update that website, you'll get a newsletter once a week. And
I get that.
And if you do sign up, I always want to tell people you can unsubscribe at any time. You're not going to be spammed to death and stuff. So
that's good.
Yeah,
I have one that goes out regularly too.
Yeah, it's all automated too, but it won't go out unless we've done an update.
I know if I've been lax, sometimes it's like a month and a half between my newsletters. Yeah. Depends on what's happening.
Yeah, we post a lot. I mean, a video at least, like RV Travel Quest. It'll still launch once a week, but we do 3 to 4 videos a week. So all those videos will be on the newsletter. So if you can see this, around, this is if you have a podcast, just look for RV Talk Radio, and I think you can kind of see that.
Yep.
Anyway, that's our show, and love to hear from you. And if we need to talk about Canadian issues more, let me know.
Absolutely. And if you need to know anything about Canadian issues, you just contact us.
We have
I've never used Blab before. I tried to do it. I tried to use it through my cell phone. I couldn't connect.
It's better. Yeah, you pretty much need Firefox or Chrome.
I noticed that.
To be able to use it. And you have to sign on through your Twitter account, as you probably know now.
Yeah, figured that part out. I'm here, so I know how to do it now.
It took me a while to get it figured out, too. So Blab is fairly new. I don't think it's even maybe a year old.
It's pretty new, I know
but
that.
But it's so easy. Now that I've got it figured out, which took me a while, too, but it's so easy. And I automatically, any of our sessions, I automatically upload them to YouTube as well. So anyone can.
Gotcha. I must be subscribed to you, so we get such a crazy schedule, I can't kind of keep up with everybody anymore.
It's hard. Yeah. So we've got Scott and Angela. Angela is not a full-time RVer yet. She's got a remodeled 1953 Spartanet trailer that's parked in the yard of her house, but she can hardly wait to become a full-time RVer. Scott, are you an RVer? See what Scott has to say. Angela was on last week too. One of the ones that was in the background and wouldn't get on the camera. So I was blabbing away to myself. So
I'm a ham, so I'm here.
Yeah, good. Glad to have you, Rob. Kelly, is there you were talking about budget earlier. Is there anything else that you wanted to discuss about budgeting for full-time RVing?
Well, I can put a request if anybody wants to send us money to help with our budget.
Okay, if they're going to send money to you, they send it to me first.
Well, no, I more than anything, I appreciate that you have that budget sheet that we can get free right off of your website.
Yeah, no problem.
Anybody wanting to full time, they need to complete that because your sheet is thorough, but there were things that we hadn't even thought about.
Right.
So across it on the sheet. And like I said, one of the things that life insurance, I think we're going to just probably dump that because we don't need it now.
No, exactly. You have to weigh the pros and cons of the cost versus,
right. Well, and everything will be paid off, and I need it for why? Like other than I think pre-planning for our funeral.
Your funeral, yeah. I mean, that's a morbid discussion, but I think that's something that a person has to be aware of. And it really, when I spoke to Barb Hauser, who the insurance agent, I don't think it's all that expensive. Oh, and no, you can set up a plan through the funeral home.
Yep, that's right. You just go to the funeral home and they'll send somebody to your house even. And
Rob, we were talking about, and I'm not sure if you have the same issue, and maybe Angela knows, she's down in southern United States. Travel insurance does not cover you in the event of a death. So say we're all want to go down south in the wintertime, and if one or the other of our spouses or whatever happens to pass away, if you just have regular travel insurance, you're not covered to bring the person home, to assist with your RV or anything. And you can get death insurance through a funeral director and set it up that way, and it's not all that expensive. Is this something that you're familiar with, Rob?
No, I just retired from an aerospace company, so I've had kind of all the perks of that, and now I'm just kind of transferring our stuff to being mobile. So I've got to get educated in that area too. I just tell my wife, just throw me on the barbecue and put me in a U-Band coffee can and just bury me in the desert. I'm good that way.
That's actually my thing. I like coffee. I always said just bird me up and put me in a coffee cup.
There you go. Yep.
I'm okay with that.
I would like to add something to your budgeting thing, if I could.
Yeah, go ahead.
So we full-time before, and then we had to go back into the mix again. And then 5 years later, I got to retire, and we're doing it again. So we had our expenses figured out, what we thought we'd need every month. And my wife is an accountant, so she's got everything to a T. So it drives me crazy. I live on a spreadsheet. What we really didn't, what we're really happy about is we always threw in a budget for RV parks. Mm-hmm. And so I think we gave ourselves a $600 to $900 a month budget for that. But so prior to getting ready to go full timing, we took our fifth wheel and we tried to make it as not over the top, but we could boondock very easy if we wanted to. Mm-hmm. And we also were very picky about who we sign up for and clubs and stuff like that. But down here in the United States, we found the cheapest kind of membership through Thousand Trails. And so the combination of zone passes, what they call it, Thousand Trails, because we like to stay in the Northwest. The combination of that and boondocking already, and then utilizing friends, like we're in Central Oregon right now, and we're using someone's property. And when I get tired of that, there's 1,000 trails over in Sun River, Oregon, which is not that far away from here. What's really surprised us is our first month and a half budget, we are so below the budget that we're absolutely shocked. And it was because we don't have that RV park expense going on, because we thought about all that ahead of time. So we tried to buy and get everything we could while we were both employed. We both have, Sherry and I both had really good jobs. Sherry now does contract work, so I'm a kept man with a pension.
That's okay.
But that was one thing that was really surprising. It even caught me off guard, is Sherry's like grinding on the numbers. She goes, man, we are doing really well. I mean, when she smiles after doing our budget, we must be doing good. So anyway, so that was a big surprise that we, and I'm sure there'll be times that we'll pay for our RV places when we can't avoid it. But if you were to pass on to someone who's new or wanting to get into this, put a lot of thought into and understanding what region you're going to go to. So if it's Canada, I don't know all the different programs up there, but if you do all those calculations ahead of time, that could be a significant savings being a full-time RVer.
I agree. We were full-timers too in the past. We did what you did. We full-timed and work camped and traveled for a few years, and then we came back. I'm sitting in a house right now, but I've got a for sale sign in the front yard. But yeah, the clubs. If I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with Thousand Trails, I did a blog post on memberships and Thousand Trails and did a discussion on it. It's a really good idea. Rob, I belong to Escapees as well.
Oh yeah. I haven't really checked into them.
The reason I joined Escapees, I did it many, many years ago when I was full-timing and I was traveling a lot in the States and Mexico. And it was for education purposes too, because I was new to RVing and I learned so much through Escapees. It was phenomenal. Yeah. But at that time, there wasn't the internet. And I mean, I'm going back a long time. You didn't have the resources available to learn and know, anything about it. Where now you do. All you have to do is get on YouTube.
Yeah, it's endless.
Yeah. I got a question about Thousand Trails.
Yeah.
I know you can buy secondhand ones off the internet that people are selling theirs. They got elite ones that are lifetime. Is that recommended? You can get them for like $4,000 US.
Yeah, he's talking the lifetime membership.
Yeah, you gotta really know what you're going to be doing. So Sherry and I know that to save money going from place to place to place, Thousand Trails is perfect for us for just doing what's called the zone pass type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If you can avoid $3,000 to $5,000 membership fee, I highly recommend it. So if you know the reality is that even if you get to your location, let's say you're a snowbird, these memberships and I'll probably get in trouble for some of this Cam Resorts, Thousand Trails, all that stuff. When you go to stay at a place for months, like going to Yuma or something, those programs are useless because they want you 14 days in, 14 days out, or 21 days in, a couple days out. Nobody wants to do that. Not when you're a snowbird. You want to go to your place and stay there. So there really isn't that good a program for that, other than maybe Good Sam and get 10% off. But you'll get the monthly rate discount anyway. So a lot of people buy these big memberships or even buy a used one. They're still worthless if that's the kind of traveling you're going to do. But if you're going from place to place to place, then those are awesome. You'll save a lot of money. So I was just talking to another couple about it, and they said they go to Yuma every year, and they can't use any of the program. They have a $5,000 thing they did through RPI, and they can't use it because they want to stay in one place. Who wants to pack up every 2 weeks?
If you're planning on doing a lot of traveling, then it might be good. Depends on.
Yeah, if you
well, the ones I seen with the 21 days with this lifetime, you don't have to go out of the system for a week. You can have 21. I think you can stay up to 3 months with these elite ones that you can't get anymore that are worth 10,000. People pay for them. And then they're selling them for $4,000. And they're a lifetime thing. You still got to pay your $500 annual maintenance, whatever it is that you pay, from what I've read.
Yeah. So but ask yourself, if you're doing like what Sherry and I are doing, what could you do with $4,000 without that membership?
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean,
exchange rate.
Yeah. If that's 4,000 US, I mean, try and figure out how much that's going to cost with our money.
That's good to know.
And that's just feedback I'm hearing. I'm not an expert. But these are things that I'm hearing, and it really comes down to your budgeting, like you're talking about, is grind on your numbers, think it through, and talk to a lot of people, and then figure out what kind of RVer you're going to be. Exactly. If you're going, like I said, if you're going to keep moving every 3 or 4 weeks to new locations, those programs work awesome.
I don't think we're going to.
But if you just like, you know what? Yeah, so you really got to know what you're going to do. That's really the important part. And go with the minimum because you can always upgrade.
Exactly. Yeah. Because, when you're traveling, if you go into a park and say you want to stay for a week or a month, they usually give you a discount.
Yeah.
If you commit to that.
Yes. Oh, good ones too.
Yeah, exactly.
So you actually do a fair amount of boondocking then, Rob?
Actually, no, I don't. I mean, Sherry and we actually, when we first started, our first day, we went over to Ocean Shores in Washington State and stayed at a casino, and they had this beautiful back area that you could boondock for free.
Nice.
So we parked it there and going, this is really nice. So we did not expect right off the bat, very first week, we boondocked for a week. And we made modifications to this, our fifth wheel that we put an inverter system in the back. So we have an entertainment system. We have a solar panel to recharge slowly, but I'm a generator kind of guy, so I'm not going to put a bunch of solar in. So I put 2 really good 6-volt batteries in. So when I get low, I just fire up the generator, and I can have us totally charged up in an hour.
Exactly.
So we boondock just fine as long as we can use our generator occasionally.
Okay. And then Carl and I have done that ourselves. So boondocking.
It's nice to be self-sufficient.
Yeah, except I don't like being stingy on water. I mean,
I don't either.
Right.
There's my wife. So we might boondock for 2, 3, 4 days, but after that, give us amenities. We want showers. We want we want hookups, we want all that stuff. So, I'm not out to, I'm RVing to have fun and be comfortable, not to take Navy baths where you got to spray yourself, soap up, spray yourself. It's like, no, that's not fun.
No. I think everything in balance, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So now, do you work from your motorhome?
Yeah, I actually, I've owned an internet marketing company, and then in 2008, the world came crashing down, and I went back to aerospace. So I decided to stay there till I hit 55 and retired. I'm back. I went back, and I've kept my company. So I own a company called Cutting Edge Enterprises, which is a marketing company for internet. So now I built that back up, and now that's my extra income above my pension. That's so. But but I got to retire at 55, so that's the good thing.
That's
Carl's
great.
54, so we're pretty excited, and I'm much younger, so.
Okay, I'm older than all of you, okay?
I love to be, I'm not finding myself to be the baby very often anymore, so I love it.
Yeah. Now, is your wife working from the motorhome as well? I mean, are you guys able to just pick up and go wherever you feel like tomorrow?
Well, kind of. My wife has the company she left. She's a controller, and they still wanted her because she's good at what she does. So they offered her contract work. So, like right now, the reason I'm able to do this show is my wife is gone, and I can disrupt the whole place here. So she flies back to Washington once a month for a week to do their end of the month accounting for corporate. And so she makes nice money. And so we're going to keep that going as long as we can. So it's just extra, we put it away for a rainy day. And so we just got to make sure that by the end of each month that we're near an airport, and they pay for the flights, the car, the rooms, everything. So I just got to make sure I have her close to an airport. So right now we're in Central Oregon. She flew out of the airport right here, and so I'll see her in a week. So in the meantime, I guess I got to do the dishes sometime now.
Yeah, you better before she gets back.
Do you have any idea how many people would envy you that lifestyle, being able to work and?
And internet marketing was a booming business, and I made money beyond comprehension. But when it came crashing down, it came crashing. And so I actually went back to 9 to 5, just like everybody else. And we had to recover. So it took us 5 years to do that. So that's where RV Travel Quest came from, is we created RV Travel Quest to teach people how to prepare to be an RVer years before you even do it. So RV Travel Quest has a step-by-step of how we got back to being able to RV again. And so that's what so it's, some people say just do it, and some people want to plan it out. It may take 5 years, it may take 2. We use a 2-year mission. So we actually have a series called the Mission Series, which is the 2-year mission to become an RVer. And so so we just had to regroup, plan things out, and then now we're back to RVing, and we're lucky to have kind of mobile income. So
right.
That's nice.
Right. I mean, mine and Carl, our plan is we're going to do some work camping, but in the meantime, I'm finishing up a course so that really I'll work from the motorhome, and we'll be able to do whatever we want. And if something happen and we had to go into an apartment, I mean, that's fine. I mean, I'm fortunate that I have a situation that I can be employed.
Yeah.
I work from home too. I work off my computer. So I mean, I was in China last October for a month, and nobody even knew that I was gone.
It's amazing.
Yeah. So no, it's great. Super.
Did you guys?
Our income definitely dropped, but we prepared, we planned for that. So that's why I said we had this budget all planned out for a lower income, and we're beating that budget. And that's like, all right. So, we're happy.
That's great. I really believe that it doesn't have to cost you that much to be full-timers. And you don't have to starve yourself to death either.
Oh, no, actually, the other thing has really helped because we're not doing that 9 to 5 mode. We're not eating out. I mean, we're not just not a little bit of a difference, a significant difference of not eating out because we're not stressed out after work and you don't feel like cooking and all that stuff. So we're actually looking forward. We're doing more cooking now. Both of us are. And that's been a significant money savings too. So
you also don't have the expenses. Sorry, you also don't have the expenses of a job, right?
Well,
the transportation, the clothes, the food, the spending money, everything. I'm going to go for 2 seconds. I got to go get a cord to plug my computer in before it dies.
Okay, that's what it was. So while she's gone, I've got a question, Rob. How hard was it for you and your wife to part with everything? To right now we're in the middle of unloading our home.
Yeah, so in 2006, Sherry and I had a marketing company that was making really good money at the time. So we were so grumpy and we just had it with the world. And we thought, you know what? Some people are doing this RV thing. Let's do it. So we actually sold our house, sold everything out of it except the important things, put it in storage, and traveled for a while. So we kind of did it before. But when we had to go back 9 to 5, we actually had to build up some of that stuff again. And so we promised ourselves we'll probably buy a house again sometime. So instead of a 10 by before, now I got a 10 by 20 because now I got some furniture and stuff that we store up in Anacortes.
Okay, so you kept a storage.
Yeah, because, I mean, you don't know what's going to happen. I mean, Sherry and I are healthy. We're doing good, but we're starting to have achy knees, and we could have a health issue and stuff. There may be a time we can't do this anymore, and we'll probably want to buy a little house or rent a little house or get a park model or something. And I don't want to buy furniture again. Now, when I got perfectly good stuff already, I mean, we got rid of a lot of stuff, but basics, a television set, a love seat, a chair, things like that. Those are in storage in case we want to settle down again. So we do have an out.
What is your storage fee a month?
That's a great question because we always tell people to go to a little city. So I lived in Everett, Washington. We went up to Anacortes, Washington, which is closer to you, and it was almost 50% cheaper.
That's a good idea.
So we pay for a 10 by 20. I think we're paying $110 a month. And up in Seattle area, that would have been $160 to almost $200 a month. So go out to the small cities. It's going to be a pain to take your stuff out there, but the storage fees are sometimes 40, 50%
Because at the moment, Carl and I we're dumping everything. Whatever the kids take, we've been selling online.
Yeah, give it to kids.
It depends on...
Our Carol, too. We give it
the kids don't want much these days, though. They want their own stuff. It's not like when we were young.
Yeah.
And
that's still true.
I tried to give my daughter her old high chair, and she's like, Mom, that's not even safe.
See, we did what Rob did. We got rid of all of our stuff and then came back into the fold, into the house, and had to get all new furniture and everything again. But I don't know whether we're willing to pay for storage for the month for all our furniture.
That's how Carl and I feel at the moment. We just figure it's not that hard to get a bed and a dining room table.
The only thing I'm going to keep, everything else is going, I'm going to keep my dining room suite just because of sentimental value, but everything else is going.
We're lucky. Anything sentimental we're coming across. I mean, she doesn't want the high chair. That's okay. I'm going to live if that's gone. Yeah. Obviously, now we're just going to burn it. Made out of wood, sold, burn it. But now I forgot what my train of thought here. Gosh darn it. But I'm not worried about. anything that's of value or sentimental, the kids have said, yeah, they'll take it, or our son's holding it at the house for us. So, we're lucky, Rob. Our son's buying our home, so we didn't even have to put it on the market. Yeah, nice. So very lucky there. But yeah, I think we're just going to get rid of everything, right, Carl? Yeah. I've already had some tears. We've had people coming to our home buying things that we're selling, and it's hard.
I'm taking some golf clubs and my clothes. That's all I care.
Yeah, you're good to go.
I'm good to go.
Okay, I got. Yeah. We are.
I have a blab question for you. What are these little numbers on the right-hand side? Like
I'm just sitting Kelly here trying to figure 20. It out too, because Kelly's got 20 next to hers.
I know. I was like, how did she win?
That's
you know what it is?
I just went to 5.
If you get high 5, do you see me giving you props there?
Okay, cool.
Okay, gotcha. Carl, we'll give you some.
All 22 of those, I'm sure, are from my husband.
Kelly up too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm hosting this, and I only have 5.
Okay. How's that work?
Hey,
is that better?
Yeah, that much. Oh shoot, yeah, that's great. Rob, Angela says get some DMSO from a health food store for the achy knees. Oh, and Angela clicked for all of us too.
Oh, thank you, Angela.
Actually, awesome. To avoid achy knees, stay off the roof of your RV.
Oh, that would work. Yeah, that would work.
I was crawling up there doing some. I had to fix our fantastic fan, and I get off of that thing, and my knees hurt like crazy. I should have put those knee pads on, but it's funny. The sign of the times,
Yeah, you'd think we'd get smarter as we got older. Not necessarily true.
Yeah. Where's the teenagers when you need them?
Yeah.
Ask now, do you have any children or grandchildren?
I have both. Yeah, I have my daughter's 30, going to be 34. My son's 32, and then I have 5 grandkids, and they're all boys.
And you how did your wife leave them? That had to have been hard. How often do you see them?
Well, they're in other states. That's one of the reasons why we started RVing again. So my daughter's in Arizona and my son's in Idaho. So we never, it's hard for them. They're always living paycheck to paycheck because of the economy, not because they're bad budgeters. I'm not ridiculing them.
It's
just hard to live.
Yeah.
It's expensive to live with kids and houses and cars and all that. So it's easier if we go see them. So it's like, if I want to see my grandkids more, I better find a way to get mobile. So here we are. So.
No, and that's exactly true. I know that I have 3 grandchildren on the other side of the province, and I know I'll probably see them more when we're back in our RV than in the house, right?
Yeah, I just wish one of my kids had a bigger yard so I could park my RV in it.
That's where we're lucky. It's up front.
Yeah, you're very lucky. Yeah. You're very lucky. God. So you guys, we've been at this over an hour. Very good. Wow. Thank you. Rob, thanks for joining us. Your information has been very helpful.
Yeah, I didn't mean to talk so much. It comes natural to me.
No, that's good.
I talk too much.
No, we really appreciate absolutely everything that you passed on. Thank you, and come join us anytime, please.
Yeah, if you guys have YouTube channels,
yes.
If I'm not subscribed, or make sure you email me something with your links on there, because we're getting to a point now where it's getting kind of hard to keep up, and so somebody will say, "Yeah, I just put a video out," and I'm going, I don't know if I saw it, or I don't know if I'm subscribed to them, and I don't mean not to be. It's just kind of, it's really grown a lot, and I can hardly keep up. So,
what's your email address?
The best one to use is, everybody can remember, is Rob at rvtalkradio.com is the easiest to remember.
Okay.
Yeah, just shoot that to me, and then I can make sure and go on to YouTube and find your channel and get subscribed. And I'm not subscribed to enough Canadian folks. So I'm not as educated about some of the issues up there that I would like to be. So I would really I'd actually be very happy to get some more subscriptions from the Canadian folks.
Well, I'll definitely I'll get on there tonight and send it to you. No problem. I just started a brand new.
By the way, if you come up with something that you would like us to talk about on the radio show that helps folks with the Canadian, because I know we have Canadian listeners. Let me know. Or if you got an article to say, hey, Rob, could you share this information? We love that stuff. We're very open to all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I write for Escapees. I write for FMCA and Let's RV with Greg Gerber and RV West.
Yeah.
So, I'll definitely. And I also, my YouTube channel is new. I just started beginning of January. I think I have 8 or 10 videos on there already.
Oh, okay.
So, and that's why I got started on this blog.
We have like 200-300. We got lots of videos.
That's great. That's
I got a
great.
question, Rob. Do you know the Nomadic Fanatic?
Yeah.
I was wondering.
I don't know him personally. No.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you might have met him. He's from Washington as well.
Yes. Yeah. It's shows. I'm just I don't know him personally, but yeah, I watch it. Just like I know Gone with the Winds too, but I don't know him personally.
Technomedia.
Just see their stuff, you know.
Did you see the Gone with the Winds? Now they're starting a new adventure. They're going to be sailing.
Yeah, they're going to go with the boats. Yeah, go sailing.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the newer folks that we've been doing some collaboration with is, you might know, Freedom Theory.
Yeah.
We've been working with Spot the Scots, Three Tails RV. They're kind of some of the newer channels, and we've kind of found out we all have kind of the same genre type of attitude about, we're not in the soap operas and stuff, so we kind of keep at a level. We're very, very particular about who, like this hangout.
Yes.
I've actually listened before or popped in it, and I wouldn't have come in if I didn't think it was staying on topic.
Right.
We're very particular about not getting involved in
drama.
We're not no drama. Good. We don't. We're here for sharing RV stories and lifestyle, and that's it.
That's what we're here for.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, stop, Carol Ann.
We try.
So I'll just kind of leave it there.
No, we're right where you are too. That's the whole purpose of this. Up in Canada, for full-time RVers, it's difficult. We don't have the number of full-time RVers that you do in the States. Of course, you guys have a larger population, but we have challenges that maybe you don't face. But I'm sure you have challenges that we don't face. And I found myself, when I was full-timing in the past, there wasn't any information. And a lot of what I have learned over the years is what I experienced or made the mistakes and such like that. So that's why I decided to start this blab. Whoop, we've lost Rob. For that purpose, right? For people like Kelly and Carl, and we've got Angela on the other side, and she appreciates that we keep it clean.
Right on.
Yeah. So that was awesome that Rob joined us.
That
really
was great. I bet I have a feeling he probably had doing a talk show. He probably has a boatload of information for us.
Oh yeah, I think we're going to be. Not sure. I'm hearing bells. I'm sure that. Oh, that was okay. I'm sure that we're going to be. Actually, I'm going to check his radio show out. I've heard his name. I do get emails from him. But I get emails from so many. Oh, he's back. We lost you, Rob. We were just saying wonderful things about you.
You wouldn't believe what I did. You sent me that link.
You clicked on it.
Clicked on it, and I got subscribed to you. Closed the closed the window and didn't realize it was on the same tagline, and I closed on it. So I apologize. but I'm subscribed now.
Great.
Oh, that's funny.
Anyway, Tell us, I'm downsizing and I'm planning on leaving my stick and bricks house this year. I'm loving all the helpful videos. Good. Glad that they're going to be of help. I know that Rob has got, like he said, probably a couple hundred videos on his channel. Yep. And I think I've got 8 to 10 now in the last month, and we're going to be continuing to grow that list. And if there's any information that anybody wants or needs, let me know. Just email me, because that's the whole purpose of this, is sharing information. And if there's something that you need to know and I don't know about it, I can't help you. So what is we got somebody else. My YouTube is now changed from Frida's Garden to RV Frida. Oh, okay. So I'm assuming your name's Frida, I think. Anyway, you know what, you guys? This is an hour and a quarter. This has been awesome, because last week I blabbed all by myself, and everybody just had to listen.
So, can I ask a question before we?
Yeah, please.
I promised our listeners we'd fix our studio up, and I've put in a new microphone. Is it coming across okay on this platform?
I think it's great. Very
Sound
clear.
is great.
Yeah, because it's really good stuff. But,
yeah.
In fact, I got it off to the side, but I've never used it for this. It's not designed for doing this, but I tied it in, and it's like, wow, that worked pretty good.
Your sound is great. It would be nice if we could see you better.
Yeah. I wasn't prepared to do that, so next time I'm just gonna bring a flashlight.
That's not scary at all.
Is that better?
Perfect.
All right, well, I'm going to sign out then.
Me too.
Yeah, I gotta go too.
Me too. Thank you.
So much.
Thanks, you guys. This has been
really
great.
nice to meet all of you. So I'll try to get back on board.
Great.
And I'll send you an email too. Oh, you already got the subscription, so you're fine.
Yeah, one more question. How often do you do this?
Every Monday at 4:00 Pacific time.
Oh, okay, good. So I'll try to remember. That's the same day that we launch RV Talk Radio. So
perfect.
Good. We'll have fresh content every month, every week for you.
Great. Sounds great. Thank you, you guys. Really glad to talk to all of you, and the rest of you, Angela and Frida and everybody else on the side. Thank you very much, and we'll talk to you next week. All right.
Take care.
Bye.
Yeah.